All right, what's up, ladies and gents? I hope you're ready for our matchup here. We're taking on the Florida State Seminoles. All right, man, let's go ahead and get set here for this one. ACC Matchup Week 2. Got our freshman quarterback getting in there in his first home game. This should be exciting, guys. Let's take a look. Be sure to slap the like. What's going on, guys? Welcome.
Welcome to Blacksburg,
Enter the
Virginia,
Sandman.
the home of the Hokies, and don't forget, my son, it's time for Enter Sandman. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle. As we'll see.
All right, here we go, guys. Kicking off the home season. Let's go, Hokies.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Florida State's offense takes the field to start this game off. This is a big-time quarterback that we're going to be seeing today, but getting the job done against a defense like this, what words of wisdom do you have for him, Jesse?
Well, I think you've got to prepare like you've never prepared before. And that's one thing he told us. He spent extra time in the film room. He spent extra time on the field after practice all week because I think he understands the challenge that lies ahead of him. He knows this is easily the best defense that they face this year, so we're going to put his skills to the test in this one.
They're going to make it hard, right? There's not going to be any layups. Like most of the time, you know, he's had his way. He's feasted on so many defenses. They're going to make you earn it. They're going to make you go the length of the field. They're going to see if you can be patient. They're going to see how you respond to adversity. So some challenges coming his way for sure.
Turning it on. A huge pickup, knocked out of bounds at the 30, but they are in business.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21. I don't know why, but it's a thing.
All right, man, they're putting up a good fight this first drive. Let's see what happens here. Couldn't adjust the shell coverage here.
And I think both of
Yeah,
these
direct
coaches said,
snap.
David, understand
Get 'em,
that
boys. Nice.
preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right on the head, too. The wheel of destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step.
All right, most exciting part's coming up here. We got a freshman quarterback coming in, DeMar Stewart. We just beat LSU 27-7, so looking to build on that resume.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Hokies offense will take the field for the first time. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, man. I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
And the Hokies come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Quarterback on the keeper. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
I just love it when my quarterback knows situational football. They run the option. He understands. It's 4th and short. Like, I got to stick my nose in there, get north-south, and try to get that first down. I love when I have a quarterback that can do that.
Makes the grab. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. The Hokies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the ground with the back. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And I know it's not a first down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next third down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave them.
Motion from the wideout. Running back searching for a hole. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
Might be changing the route. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Good timing on the quick out. They stop him.
Oh, man, that sucks.
Turn it over on downs. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. So they put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
In defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision on the quarterback to be able to see it. You could tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes nowhere.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, this play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
The Noles will snap it on 1st and 10. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Give to the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Looking to fire. Dumps it off in the flats. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Listen, if I'm a QB, second down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable third down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
Got a man. It's Algier. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. The Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. The pull and throw off the RPO. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Seminoles with a second and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, to give, looking for room. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
He's got it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game is one right here. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
I think it would be great if this offense leaned on the run game more in the red zone. Leaned on their back, man. Give it to him. Let him do his thing. He hadn't even gotten the end zone yet this season, so love to see him get that opportunity to maybe punch one in here.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, no! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Penn State is running away with things, and it's thanks in large part to an offense that's been firing on all cylinders. They're up 14 over Marshall. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He's got it down the middle.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
And the Hokies in a good spot here with second and short. They'll leave it with him. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
That is how it's done on third down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better.
Breaks into the open. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
The Hokies will line it up on 1st and 10. Quick release on the RPO. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. And the Hokies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Looking to pass. It's Stewart. Moves away as he feels pressure. Got his man. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Looking for room. It's Hunt. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Hokies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Trying play action. Quarterback moving. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
They'll run it from the gun. There he goes. Makes it past the marker. Just outside the red zone. As they pick up the first down, they'll spot it at the 22.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Wants to throw on first down. Gets rid of it. Oh, he makes the catch. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after they play up top.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal.
Over the top. Touchdown.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
Getting set for the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They march 78 yards down the field. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. The defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Out of the gun to give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
Pass interference, defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
From the gun, running back gets the give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Zings it complete to the right. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
On third down, going up top. A strike downfield. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. And the Knowles are flying down the field. Caught in the backfield, it's Battle.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
They're dealing with a second and long. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Backed up now, here's second and long. They'll run play action. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, and after not getting any sacks a week ago, we knew he was going to be a little frustrated, but he told us this week he wasn't going to try to press. He was just going to go out in this game, be himself, knowing the numbers and the stats would come. He's off to a great start in this game.
Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Florida State!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Looking downfield, it's Stewart. He's got his man. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting them get some positive yards.
From the gun, the running back has it. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Rides the back on the option, the give. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Hokies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll give it to the back. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Touchdown, Virginia Tech! A great catch and run for 6.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Give to the running back. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a great one today from there in Blacksburg. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Lane Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Seminoles will kick it away to crank up the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Stewart. Puts it out of the air. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
Defense, what are we doing? How are you going to let that guy, one of the best receivers in the entire country, be wide open like that? You're just making it way too easy for the offense.
They'll go to the ground. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
This is so great to see, and it's such a big part of In college football today with spread offense, up-tempo, RPO game, QBs have got to be great with their ball mechanics in the play-action game, and you saw a great example of that right there.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
The give to the back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
The Hokies will have it 1st and 10. Quick release by the QB. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
And the Hokies back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the air, it's Stewart. He's got it on the run. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
He'll pull it on the read.
Over the top, Stewart.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
tack one more onto that lead. And he made the extra point without problem. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Tennessee looks like a bunch of world beaters right now, marching all over the field like Smokey in the pregame. They're up by 35 over the Rebels. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Going right to work up top. With the catch, it's Hendricks. Runs through a tackle. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Holding. Defense.
So they'll decline the penalty. Pleased with the results of that last play. 3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
And it's been a little bit of a frustrating day for this offense. They want to get the run game going, and they want to get it to their stud at running back, but he just hasn't found a lot of area. And here's the thing. If you don't have successful runs, now it's second and long, and this offense, they haven't been in a great spot because physically they haven't been able to run the football today.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on second down.
Stop is made at the 36. Let's call it a 5-yard gain and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
These fans touching the figurative Hokie stone, doing their part to help out on third down. Fires to the big fella. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
Well, they execute the in route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
And the Seminoles have it in scoring position on first and goal. Trying to set up the screen. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Power football with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown Seminoles.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. 75 yards on the touchdown drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. To the air, it's Stewart. Here comes the heat. Tight end finds a soft spot. And that had all the makings of bug-deep windshield. But how about the little corner taking off big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The play action fake. Takes the easy one to the back. He goes out of bounds, and that'll take us to the start of the fourth quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Caught in the backfield. It's Hunt. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37. The Hokies with the 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the 1st.
Fires to the tight end. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Off play action. He's got the tight end. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Not the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on 3rd down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off. And really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
They'll run it from the gun. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Gives it on the option. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. A huge pressurized kick coming right now as this game hangs in the balance. Absolute shank. Missed it. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Caught behind the line. It's Hendricks. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Line getting set on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Catch in the middle. It's Algier. Out across the 30 mark. Down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Obviously backed up against it. Time running out. Got to get the football back. 2 good plays. Now 3rd down. I stay aggressive. Have to come after him. If they decide to throw the football, so be it. But stay aggressive and get that football back for your offense.
Tackle is made at the 38, and let's see just how daring they'll be on 4th down. The Seminoles will try to pin them back with the punt. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Hand off from the shotgun. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
Great job by the defense here rallying to this wide receiver and making the tackle. He is dangerous. They don't want to let this receiver get behind them, but they know that when he makes catches, they better rally quickly and get this guy on the ground. He is fast.
Leaves it with the running back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
A little screen to the running back. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. Quarterback now breaking the field. And some room to work. Still running at the 35. Big play on the scramble. Got out of bounds, stopped the clock, picked up the first down, and now they'll try to find a way to score. The Hokies have it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Stewart. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Quarterback may change this route. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Grab near the marker, it's Smith. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
What a big play in the 4th quarter when you're trailing and you really needed to get a first down here. Nice job by the quarterback, making the pass, getting the first down.
Oh, they're after him. Calls it in. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
In this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get first downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. He's got it and still on his feet. They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. So now the opportunity to take the lead with a 1st and goal here. Back to throw, it's Stewart. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies. They move on top here on the 4th.
And what a job by the offense, coming up with a huge play when they absolutely had to have it the most. There are virtually seconds left on the clock right now. Big-time players making big plays in big games to close this thing out.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's going up top here late in the game. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Here's a throw downfield late. It's incomplete, and the last chance is just out of reach, and that's going to do it. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.